Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to Alice in Wonderland. Let's continue. So, we went through a very tiny puzzle, a very simplistic puzzle to find this second gear to fix the great-grandfather clock, which will fix something or do something we don't even know.
Well, we fixed the clock. Now you're going to tell me why we need it?
I need to stop the clock on noon sharp.
Oh, so this is more of a gameplay element too. And we can see Alice freaking out some more. Let's see. Wow, and any time you did it would have been noon sharp.
It's working.
Really? I demand an explanation.
Yes, of course. You see, Hatter and I have a shortcut to the Red Desert, hidden in a most unusual hiding place.
Where's that?
Noon sharp.
I'm sorry?
We set the hands of the clock on noon sharp, and it unlocks our shortcut through to the Red Desert. Beyond that, Solace and Grum. Now, can you give me a minute?
Well, no, you can't give her a minute because if we gave her a minute, it wouldn't be noon sharp now, would it?
Don't touch that podium. We need it in one piece.
We've got it!
So, one guy is going back to the vortex.
Not too hard.
Like, I'm trying everybody's.
What's the tile?
I figured out that actually teleporting these guys with the telekinesis is not actually built around going in a specific direction with it. It's doing what the game says. So if it points upward, I'm supposed to push upward. However, it's not working. And these guys are destroying my equipment, so let's take these guys out. Going see, they get kind of rewound. And see, will this guy just walk to the temple portal? Yes, he will. He just walked backwards with this new ability. But that only works so well. And see, this is possibly a boss battle, so I need to be careful about not destroying my... It seems like you could do a perspective shift when this guy is about to attack you, but it doesn't seem like it really works. And I've got the mouse on the cursor on the screen now. 4 fighters, 4 different abilities. That gives me 1, 2, 3.
I can look after myself sometimes, you know.
Oh yeah, the one time when they weren't trying to do anything with you, you can look after yourself. That's ever so helpful. I mean, anyways, I guess I can just telekinesis this back together. And I think we need this piece. Telekinesis. And this piece telekinesis. And now I can do a perspective shift. And are we ready to go? I think we are. This really was just kind of a boss fight area. And we're gonna make the door that we see already to this red desert, and like this section, they're somehow gonna stretch out this section, I think, in some way. And I don't know really how you do that without putting a second fight in the game. Right back to back.
I never understand how you do that.
And for the most part, we're playing as this guy. Probably would have been nicer simply to been able to switch characters with the D-pad, considering the D-pad doesn't do anything. Like, that makes a lot of sense. There's 4 characters we're playing as right now. If there's one more 5th character to play as, that'd be fine. Or I wouldn't be upset with the standard radial wheel where you press like a trigger or a bump and switch that way. Let's go ahead and save again. I believe we're back to 1 now. So we're probably around 4 hours and 15 minutes, maybe 4 hours and 30 minutes in the gameplay.
Long way down, isn't it? Or maybe it isn't. Why don't you step across? It's quite safe. You do trust me, don't you?
So there's, I guess, nothing you can do. None of the people have any ability.
Now, you're being wrong. You see? That wasn't so difficult, was it?
And this is straight out of Indiana Jones. Come on. See, I think we're back to the good
Red
frame rate
desert. And somewhere beyond those crimson clouds,
animations.
Sullivan Grum.
Boy, does the Mad Hatter look crazy.
Daunting, isn't it, eh?
Just looking at him.
Why don't you try
Looks like Bozo the
following
Clown. I mean, literally just looks like Bozo the Clown. I could break things, I guess, if I care to. Unless there's something tricky about this. And so when you get too close to this, you start hearing some extra sound effects. Like, clear example, they're trying to have environmental sound effects, but they've programmed them poorly. Like, nothing, ton of extra echo. And so we're gonna just follow the ribbon. You can see cells and gremlins, which probably means you're probably too close. And how closely do we have to follow the ribbon? Is the question I would like to ask. Like, do you have to walk on it like a tightrope, or can you just in general follow it? Seems like it comes and goes. Like, maybe I need to walk near it to strengthen it. Let's see, we are here and we're almost done, so I see no reason not to wander around a little bit. It seems like maybe this gate will stop us if we're not careful. Nope, we just gotta open the gate. Just as a reminder. And that was the pin. And 4 chests. You seriously need 4 chests in the same area. Like, this is way too much of a loot game, but it doesn't have any like loot aspects to justify something like that. Like, if there were many very different types of weapons you needed to get, or you could get, something along the lines of Borderlands, then all of those chests might make some sense. Or if there were pieces to weapons that you were collecting in the chest, that might make some sense. But all we're getting out of it is currency.
How do we get across?
With help?
We don't need his help, Alice. He'd most likely lead us into the middle of those shadows, and then be gone. He has a history of inglorious evaporation. Haven't you, Jess?
I can't see across, Hatter, and there's no way around. We need his help.
I can't trust him.
Be that as it
See, this looks like a good frame rate,
crossing
but
the
it
red
actually
desert,
looks like
stay
a
close to the
poor
ribbon when
quality.
dust clouds appear. You can become terribly lost out there.
Seems like it's slightly fewer polygons.
Under the sand!
Well spotted, Hare. If the Crimson Sands prove too much for your collective might, these doors lead back to the Round Hall. I can offer limited assistance in digging them out, I'm afraid, but I'm sure you'll think of something. Good luck!
I fear we have little choice but to follow his advice, Hatter.
Come along then. Follow the white ribbon.
So, this is odd. Like, first things first, we can pull that up. And that takes us back there. But it's not where we're going, apparently. Instead, where we're going is way over here. So this whole section is something, it's just not mapped. Interesting. Let's see. Apparently telekinesis is what this one wants.
Well done.
And I guess
I'll always find that very impressive necklace.
I guess maybe the idea is we're going to turn off all of these fans, and then that's going to stop the winds.
What on earth is that thing? It's like a lizard and a badger.
Precisely. It's a badger.
So we now know.
I'd rather think we should go back to the ribbon.
Interesting. So I'm not sure I can actually get to those treasure chests. I guess I can't get to them where they were. I have to bring them over to me. Fair enough. Now we're back to low frame rate animation.
Oh, what a relief. You
Man.
can follow simple
It
orders.
seems so
While I'm here, is
up and
Hatter
down.
still cross with me about that little incident at High Tops? He gets so tetchy about it. It really wasn't my fault, you know.
Go away, cat!
If you insist.
So many chests. I guess technically you kind of need them all though. Did we... Like, I see 3 fans. And there's one stop there. And there's one stop there. So... we do have one sensitive to time. To destroy their furniture if we can, so I'd like to do that.
Well done, McTwist.
treasure. And I can't stop this tornado from happening, apparently. Let's see, can we, though, fix this statue? Nope. Another upgrade. That's nice. And that's 3. So it doesn't seem like there would be any more on the map, but whatever. There must be more somewhere.
That's such a marvelous skill you have there, Hare.
I wonder if there's a reason for stopping all of the windmills.
You just use your hook, and everything stops.
Well, it seems to be small reasons. Probably don't need to stop every single thing in my way by destroying it. This would be a really hard level to get through a second time if there is some item that we've missed. Does one get to that? Like, it just doesn't seem like that's right. Let's come over here and see if we can. Ah, yeah, that makes more sense. Make a platform. Come over here, climb up, collect a couple. So we have like 2 of these that we found. I wouldn't be surprised if we even find 3 or 4.
Most people disappear without a trace of. You haven't, so far.
Cat, what happened at High Tops? What did you mean by an incident?
Well, Hatter
Is it that every time I bounce my mouse around, this comes back up?
The Jabberwocky
No.
Crazy.
It just comes up in a weird times.
Anyway, keep moving. Chop, chop.
It really doesn't make any sense. Can't pull the boat up. see. We need a perspective shift before we do anything else.
You made that look easy.
What's interesting about that was it wasn't really telling us that we could do that yet. And now we've got like an eye hand.
Oh my great God!
I have no idea what this is. And sending back.
There's more of them.
Like sending people back into the vortex is not a terrible idea. Apparently, however, it only works on a few of them. Never die, 4 fighters, 2 different abilities. So you could get a significant amount of points if you were really, really good at this game and at the fighting. But in all realistic measures, you're almost certainly not going to. See all of that, and I guess we'll save again. Just take every opportunity to save. Like I still can't fully trust this game not to crash on me, considering how bad some of the other elements look. Like, it would be actually quite remarkable if this game is fully playable and without any errors that I can see or anybody else can really bring up, or very few. There'll always be a few people with problems with PC games in particular.
You did it!
But for it to look so bad, because then that would have meant that there was an incredibly good team in charge of quality assurance and bug checking, and an incredibly large amount of extra energy and time spent on bug checking. And meanwhile, there's just like no actual game. So I mean,
where's that ribbon gone? Find it quick!
Now, there is a weird question to ask here. Since the game said that I could have taken this door back to the round room, like, does that mean there would have been some way to potentially skip the whole desert section completely? Or is, I mean, that seems odd, doesn't it? Like the game gave me the opportunity to screw myself up horribly and not do what the game needs me to do. This is weird.
Now, where has that ribbon gone?
And so I lifted...
It seems to be buried under all this infernal sand. Not to worry, if you're clever enough to crack the code on this stone, you'll know exactly which direction it's taken, even if you can't see it. The ribbon is under the sand, see? But solve the code on this stone, and you'll still be able to follow it, even if you can't see it.
So we have number 1, 2, number 2, 3, and number 3, 1. And I wonder if you just get far enough away from the sand, it won't even matter. Because maybe you'll just get... If you walk far enough, it'll just tell you need to return to the ribbon. Yes. But that won't really help us too much if it's all just going to be buried. That's an interesting one. Well, we're at 20,000 as far as we are. Reach 1,000 Grum and we'll unlock that next achievement. Which almost feels like we are kind of only at the halfway point in the game, but then it's hard to tell. Like, maybe not. Maybe we really are just at the halfway point. There really hasn't been a lot of it, but it certainly has done everything in its possibilities to, everything in its power to stretch this game out. I could see just this desert thing being a free mini game that you could wander around the desert, and they could have put some story and cutscenes just around that element. We still need to destroy a lot of furniture and get upgrades, and pigs we haven't done anything with, and we found 2 of 5 lizards, so we may find all of them in the desert here. And then we need 2 more roses and more fish statues. Well, it's really kind of amazing how forgetful the fights with the cards are, because we've probably done that, like, I'd say at least 8 times, and I can barely remember 3 of them. But I know they're there. I know they're acting as fights to have in the game. It's just, wow, they are forgetful. That's going to be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend to follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.